Hello, welcome or welcome back to Truthseekerstea. My name is Kate and I am so thankful to have you here for today's pick a card reading. So we're going to be looking at WTF is going on in this connection. So we're going to be looking at both sides of a connection that you currently want some clarity on. So it's going to be in a person A, person B format, and we're going to be looking at what energy each of you has towards the other person, and hopefully we'll be painting a picture of what is going on in the connection. So it'll be up to you guys to figure out whether or not you're person A or person B, but that should be a good energy check-in for you, that you at least resonate with one side of the reading. Of course, don't force anything to fit if you don't feel like it's you or your person in the reading. So there will be an extended reading where we're going to be looking at the future of the connection. We're going to be looking at what your guys' energy toward each other is going to be in about 3 months from now. That's the time frame that I usually like to look at, and then we'll be getting some more extensive guidance. So if you really feel like it resonates and you're interested in that, I'll have it linked down below as usual in the description box. So there are 3 piles to choose from. For pile number 1, we have the official Neopets Tarot deck with this bumblebee jasper point. For pile number 2, we have the Wayhome Tarot with this rainbow fluorite point. And for pile number 3, we have the Affirmators Tarot with this chrysocolla point. So go ahead and take whatever time you need to tune into the pile that you're feeling the most drawn to. You may have more than one connection that comes through, so I would just make sure that you at least resonate with one side with the pile that you choose. I'll have the timestamps linked in the description box. I'll have these decks linked in case you guys are interested. I'll have the extended readings and any other information about me. But other than that, I'm looking forward to getting into the reading, and I'll see you at your pile. Hello, pile number 1, and welcome to your reading. If you chose the official Neopets Tarot deck and the Bumblebee Jasper, then this is going to be your reading where we're looking at WTF is going on in this connection. So, number 1, this is a new deck to me, and I'm so excited to use it because I used to love the Neopets. Yeah, Neopets was such a vibe. Turmac roll, such a good game. But anyways, so I'm going to be doing this in a person A, person B format. So it's going to be up to you guys to figure out whether or not you resonate with person A or person B, or neither. And so don't force anything to fit if you don't feel like person A is either describing your person or you. So we're going to start off by looking at each person's energy toward the connection, and then we'll go from there. And there will be an extended reading if you do really feel like it resonates and you want to check that out and go deeper into things. I'm going to be looking at what's the future of the connection. So in about 3 months from now, how are the energies going to shift? And then we'll also get more extensive guidance for each side. All right, so please tune me in for pile number 1 to the connection that's on their mind. Please tune me into person A's energy. What is person A's energy toward person B in this connection? One more shuffle. Since it is a newer deck, I do like to shuffle a little more. All right, person A. What is person A's energy toward person B? We have Death in reverse. We have the 9 of Pentacles. What is person A's energy? We have the Star in reverse. Can we clarify Death in reverse here? We have the Page of Cups. Can we clarify the 9 of Pentacles? We have the 2 of Swords in reverse. We also have the Sun. Can we clarify the Star in reverse? We have the 10 of Swords here. Page of Wands at the back of the deck. Okay, so I'm going to read a little bit into this and then we'll do the other side. So what I'm picking up on for person A is a little bit of a contradictory energy, which makes sense with the Two of Swords coming out here, because it does feel like there is some indecision or not knowing, not feeling sure about where this connection is headed, not feeling sure about, there's like two sides to person A. Like there's this one part of person A, I feel, that is telling themselves that this connection is over. That, you know, to have hope in this situation would be maybe naive, or yeah, there's almost this energy of I don't want to have my hopes up. But the truth being about person A that they do have their hopes up with the Page of Cups here and the Page of Wands. Like there's almost a feeling of person A almost wanting to protect their heart, because it does feel like person A has a very, has a dreamer kind of an energy. Person A is someone that really believes in people and sees the best in situations. And I think their soul honestly is a believer, is someone that is the type of person to have hope, and to be positive in a sense, especially with the sun. So we have Leo energy, we have Scorpio with death, and then the sun is Leo. So those placements could be significant. We also have Aquarius energy with the star. But what I'm seeing here is person A trying to focus on themselves, trying to focus on their own sense of self-worth, maybe being single even, or just focusing on being abundant within themselves. And it's like, that's kind of the main thing that they're in control of right now. And so it's like, that's kind of what they're focusing on, it feels like. And there is also an energy here of person A, because there is uncertainty or there isn't enough information, is kind of how I feel. It feels like person A is holding on to the connection with death in reverse. And it comes from that place in them that's a dreamer in a sense, or wants to see the positive. But with the sun here, for me, this is really speaking to what is clear, like what we can rely on in a sense. And I feel like person A, there's this energy of knowing that they're not in control of what happens. And so instead of almost sitting in, or try as an attempt to not, it's like they're trying to distract themselves with what they can control and what they can see, but because they do feel like there's unknowns, or there isn't enough information, it feels like, to know maybe whether or not there is hope, or whether or not they should be optimistic about the situation. So it just feels like they're trying to focus on what they can control. And it feels like it's focused on self, if anything. But there is a sense of having a hard time with letting go, with the death in reverse. Yeah. So that's what I'm picking up on so far for person A. And we'll go deeper into it, but I just want to start with that. So can we get into person B's energy now? What is person B's energy towards person A? Yeah, and also person A, yeah, with the Bumblebee Jasper as well, there's kind of like a solar plexus energy coming through. And it, like with Leo as well, there's kind of an energy, it's not pride, but it's like confidence. It's almost like person A is reminding themselves, is relying on their own light in this situation. It's like, it feels like they are the sun, or they are, there's just an energy coming from person A that they are a light within themselves. Like they're a lighthouse. And there's a feeling of, well, I'm going to get lost if I don't keep following my own light, what I know to be true for myself, what I'm confident in within myself. And I can't, there's a feeling of I can't rely on person B, or I can't rely on, as of right now, I don't have enough, information, or like, or it's information, but it's also like clarity, and there's not enough reason for person A to really, like, it's not the word of like believing in person B. They're an optimistic person in general, but that almost comes from within. And it's like there's almost this energy of I'll be okay no matter what. And when it comes down to it, I'll follow my own light. But there's also a feeling of, oh, you know what I'm hearing? I'll follow you into the dark. Aw, that's so cute. Yeah, so person A could feel that like all they can kind of do is be a lighthouse for person B. Or there is a feeling of maybe person A wishing that they, like, person B would open up to them more, or that they could help them more. But there is just this feeling of person A radiating a sense of warmth, clarity, and light. Like light. There's a lot of light coming from person A. There's a lot of empathy that person A has for person B. But they're also with I'll follow you into the dark. Like there is almost this feeling of person A perceiving that person B might be in the dark. And it's not coming through like that person A 100% wants to go into those depths of darkness that person B may be in. Or like person A may feel like person B is in the dark right now. And there's almost a question of, should I follow person B into the dark, or should I continue on my path? And on my side of the street, I have a lot of warmth and love and hope in my life. And so it just feels like this connection is, I want to say almost like not in alignment, or it's just like, it kind of takes person A off their path slightly, is how it feels. All right, so for person B, what is person B's energy toward person A? We have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Two of Pentacles. We have the Three of Swords. Could we clarify the Queen of Pentacles? We have Strength. So more Leo energy coming through. Could we clarify the Two of Pentacles and Two of Pentacles? Clarify, please. So we have the Star in reverse. Wow, so that's mirroring here, the Star in reverse. Could we clarify the Three of Swords? We have the Nine of Wands. We also have the Lovers in reverse at the back of the deck. And my stomach dropped for some reason when I was looking at that. Okay. Let me get a sip of water. I am really feeling like person B with the Star in reverse. I feel like that's really representing the darkness that I'm picking up on. And so I'm not surprised to see the Three of Swords and the Nine of Wands here. I feel like person B may be in some kind of a survival mode right now. Because with the Lovers in reverse, there's almost a feeling of not being able to make decisions from a place of love and light, like with the Sun here. And it feels like person B, yeah, there's a feeling of a survival mode. And like with the Nine of Wands, there's a feeling of defensiveness, but not necessarily because of person A or something that person A did. It more just feels like where they're at in their life. And it's like with the Three of Swords being here, there could be like wounds that person B is still dealing with, or it could be that with the Three of Swords, some sort of heartbreak in their life and what they've been through up until this point is making them feel fearful, and feel like a little bit closed off or on edge in a sense. With the Two of Pentacles, there's a feeling of this person trying to just focus. It's kind of similar. It actually mirrors ever so slightly, but it's like person B is just trying to keep everything together in their life right now. They're just trying to remain balanced with what they have going on. And there could be a lot going on right now that's making it hard for them to see the path forward. And this person even could be like struggling when it comes to like their life path, or almost feeling a sense of hopelessness about life in general. A feeling that there's a feeling of being beaten down, or like person B's energy feeling like they have been beaten down in some sort of a sense. Almost to a point where it's like they can't even focus on love, or and I'm hearing like I'm not deserving of that, or it's like they're so kind of caught up in this pain energy, and in the way their outlook and the way that they're viewing life is something that is a blockage for this connection, is what I'm picking up on. Because with person B, there's a sense of it's almost like they're viewing life in a more 3D way. Like this reminds me, before I had certain spiritual awakenings. Sorry, I really needed a sip of water randomly. Yeah, so before I had a spiritual awakening in my life, I remember really moving through life feeling, number one, uninspired. Like it's like I didn't really know what I was passionate about or know what I wanted. And I just kind of felt almost disappointed in like what life was. And like for me, this came from just not enjoying the process of being in school. And like I'm gonna make this make sense for your person, but this is helping me explain it to you. So it's a feeling of the mundanity, like how mundane things can be and how like challenging life can be, and just like kind of frustrating. And it's almost like when there isn't that spiritual dimension guiding things and you're not connected to that like why and that sense of personal purpose and inspiration, right? It's like if you don't have that, it's kind of like life can feel like you're just kind of walking through it, or you're just one foot in front of the other, and it's like who knows what chaos is going to come to me next, or life is hard, life is a struggle. And if only I could kind of just get to some sort of goal within the physical, especially with the Queen of Pentacles here in reverse. There's almost this feeling that when I reach some sort of pinnacle, maybe of success or security or something for my ego, then maybe I'll be able to relax. Then I'll be able to prioritize love. Then I'll be able to make decisions differently. But how can I do that when my main focus is on just like getting through, in a sense? And yeah, there's a sense of feeling like life is just meh, very meh. And there's a bit of a focus on the negative and mainly seeing life through that dimension. It's just really imagine what it's like. And for a lot of you guys, I feel like if you're here for a tarot reading, you probably have had some level of a spiritual awakening, or, you know, it's all about listening to your intuition and believing in guidance systems. And if you're here, it's like, if you remember what life was like before you felt that you had spirit guides, or that you had like even like a tarot reader that you could listen to, something you believe in, that can give meaning, right? It's like to give meaning to life. And so there's a feeling of meaninglessness coming from person B. And with strength here, I do feel like there's a feeling of person B maybe somewhat putting up a front towards person A, not to manipulate them, but just like they're not showing their vulnerability to person A, or it's like they're just trying to look strong. They're trying to look like everything's okay, that they're handling everything, but underneath there's this feeling of what's it all for, or like why. And again, like there's such a light coming from person A, and I feel like person A, yeah, I'm just getting a very empathetic and understanding energy, and I feel like person A honestly would understand where person B is coming from, but I doubt that person B is fully communicating or being vulnerable with person A, and so it could be a challenge for person A here, because sometimes when we've been in the light, like let's say we've already kind of been walking in the light and on our path and on our journey, on our like dharmic path, our soul's purpose, let's say you've been walking on that, sometimes you can forget that other people are in like a different dimension in a sense, or that they're still in a different place. And we can also forget what we were like when we were in more of a dense energy, like before we had certain awakenings. And so sometimes it's hard to understand another person when the frequency is different, right? And so I just feel like what's actually happening in this connection is that there is a different frequency between person A and person B. And for person A, they probably sense the light within person B and sense like what could be. But at the same time, they know that what's most important in their life, honestly, is this like personal light, and is this, it's a journey of self, right? And I think person A knows that, and maybe that's something that they're learning, or it maybe has been hard throughout person A's life to give up, or like it's not giving up, but like person A may feel that they're giving up if they move forward with their own light, and almost the feeling of not wanting to abandon others, or like wanting to bring other people with them on the journey, but the reality being that person B has to do this on themselves, on their own. That it's going to be up to them to walk a path that's going to make them happier, and to go through this healing, that there's maybe healing that needs to be done. And it's just coming through from person B's side. Like, it's giving the energy of when maybe a lot of things go wrong, or you just feel like life is coming at you. And imagine, for me, when that's happening in my life now, it still is equally as painful and uncomfortable and heavy, emotional. It's all of the painful experience still happens, even if you're on a certain level of like spiritual development. But it's like puts it into context for you, right? Like, it helps you understand that yes, I'm suffering right now, but there's a lesson. I'm learning something. There's a purpose for this. Like, it isn't meaningless. This suffering isn't for nothing. It doesn't mean that it isn't painful, but like when you can have that other context in it, it helps you see it. It's like if you're able to return back to love, like that's where the healing comes. And so it's like we're all on this journey where we have these wounds, we have these lessons and this destiny of like growth to go through. But it's like the only way we can heal things is as we move to a higher frequency. We have to, there was a time when we experienced things when we were not yet at that higher frequency. So we had reactions, emotions, belief systems ingrained in us, all of these different things that as we ascend start to come up again. So we can look at it in a different light. So we can hold it with more love and move through it differently than we have in the past. And like, that's what healing is. Like, that's what the journey is. But when you're experiencing these painful events and you don't really know on a deep level that you're, number one, like you're going to get through it. Like, there's a purpose for it. And number one, to look at it and go, what am I learning from this? Like, why is this reoccurring in my life? What, like, you know, there's just a feeling of not realizing that it's within you, that these situations are triggering you to learn to walk in more light, to learn to bring more love to yourself, and your wounds and your experiences into others. It's like, that's what heals. And so with the Lovers in reverse, it's just kind of this feeling of missing the point a little bit. Or just feeling out of alignment with the energy of love because of what they're going through. Like, and there's this energy here of like, this person B may even like feel bad for themselves sometimes. And person B may have a hard time understanding how person A is resilient in the way that they are. Like, how person A is positive, and like the person A is a very healing person because of what they've been through. Yeah, and it's so beautiful from person A's end here, because it's like, even though we don't know what's going to happen, even though like the path isn't clear, like I know that, and this might not be something that person A is always aware of, but at their core, this is something that impacts their energy towards person B, is that they know they walk in the light. Like they can bring light to any situation, even if it's dark right now. When it's dark, we follow our own light. And so it's this energy of optimism and openness and understanding that sometimes we go through bad experiences, but it's this energy of like, the worst is over, you know? With the Ten of Swords, and like the Ten of Swords are falling out for person A. Yeah, I feel like if anything, person A might be the kind of person that struggles to let a situation end, is kind of what I'm getting. Like, because there's so much hope, it's like, I feel like person A is the kind of person where like they can tune into the frequency of love when they're being given nothing, when there is no love, like, or like when it's dark and there's really no hope in a sense. Person A is like almost so strong in that energy of being able to tune into the higher frequency, tune into love, and see the hope, and want to believe, you know, in a happy ending is almost the feeling. It's like, I feel like person A wants to see a happy ending, but I feel like this may be something in their life that they're learning right now, is that sometimes it's out of person A's control, especially when it involves other people. It's like out of person A's control whether or not there is a happy ending here. And that isn't something that they should carry with them, or something that should dim their own light or their own experience. Like, they should still continue to be this Page of Cups. But it is that Page of Cup energy that holds on and dreams and believes in a better future, which is a beautiful trait that should be kept, of course. But it's just kind of feels like what's going on in the connection is person A is like learning something where it's like they're not in control, so all they can do is kind of focus. And then I feel like person B is honestly, they are drowning within their own experience. They don't have their own light that they're following right now. And I don't think they feel worthy of person A as of right now. I don't think they feel emotionally available or worthy. And it could highlight some of the insecurities from person B, or it may even make person B feel like they have to reflect on like what kind of a person they are. Like, it's almost like person A makes person B take a look in the mirror and almost feel like I should be better than this, or I wish I was better than this. And I do think person A is almost like a role model, or like a path showing them another way. Like, they're just an embodiment of something that person B really needs, is how it feels. Like, person B really needs like a dose of person A's energy. but I think it brings up a lot of triggers for them. I think it brings up a lot for them. And it just feels like it comes to this concept of love. It comes to, I feel like there's almost a feeling of not believing in love in the same way, not believing in relationships, not believing that life can be so sweet, like life can be so truly loving, like relationships even. Because I feel like with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse here, I need a sip of water, but they may have internalized beliefs, or like they may have like I'm getting like a voice of someone in their head, that may have made this person feel, may have like caused this person to internalize certain beliefs around like almost what would the requirements be for them to be worthy. And so it feels like there's this conditional love that person B has become accustomed to. And it's towards themselves, and it's also a thought that that's what love is, or that they have to be, they have a hard time validating themselves when they're not doing super well, or understanding that just because they're struggling like doesn't mean that they aren't worthy of a relationship, doesn't mean that they aren't worthy of love. There's this feeling of I need to be something or someone to be worthy. Yeah. Okay, so let's get some oracle cards. Again, for the extended, we're going to be looking at what's the energy going to be going on, like, that's like not a sentence, but in the future. So we're going to be looking at what's happening next, what you can expect. Honestly, from where you'll be at, or I'm seeing a lot of you as person A, but if you guys are person B, I'm happy you're here as well. Could be either. But yeah, we have Leo and Aquarius energy on both sides, Gemini though as well. Okay, can we clarify person A's energy towards person B? We have the 7th chakra. We have healer of the ages, 100%. Like, yeah, that's totally what I've been picking up on for person A, is like, again, a very spiritual energy. So I'm not surprised to see the 7th chakra coming through, because this is, again, that energy of tapping into like divine consciousness. Like it's what's it called? I'm seeing another card, another deck, and I never know how to pronounce it, so I'm not even gonna, it's like, it's essentially like unconditional love. All that is, understanding that we're all connected, and at the core of the universe is we're all one. We're all one, and there's one love, essentially. And it's a spiritual, that's that spiritual awakening I'm talking about. It's like before you have that like universal like consciousness experience, and that could be done through like meditation. For me, it was meditation that really triggered an understanding of this. But what that unlocks is the healer of the ages. It unlocks this awareness of yourself as having the light within you. And I love that it's coming from the heart. And then there's also a light around the head. It's like the heart, it's the heart chakra. And then the third, or sorry, not the third eye, but the 7th chakra, where it's like, that's where love, they bounce off each other for love. Like love is like the heart chakra, but we can also tune into, for me, my heart chakra can open through tuning into that divine love and really like sinking it in, or absorbing it. And it helps my heart be more open. It helps me remember that through all this strife. And like, I'm just saying it from my own experience, because I don't know. I feel like I keep saying me, and I'm not trying to make it about myself, but I'm just saying, like, my understanding is that it is that spiritual awakening and like that understanding that all there is that is love, that allows us to embody more love within ourselves and to heal, again, like what I was speaking about before. So yeah, so let's now see for person number B, and that just confirms I definitely feel like person A is a very spiritual person. And as well, it's like there could be a feeling of because person A is a healer, there's a sense of being so spiritual and so tuned in that it's like person A sees themselves in person B. Like they're tuned into that divine consciousness that like we're all one, and your healing is my healing, your pain is my pain. And so I just feel like there's a natural healing element and a natural empathy, compassion, desire to bring healing to the collective that is impacting the connection, because it's like that's how they look at person number, or person, I always say person number B, person B. Yeah, I want to see if there's any other message for Healer of the Ages. Yeah, look at this. It says, this powerful being brings the forces of ancient wisdom and profound healing. The light of divine consciousness pours from his hands and hearts, flowing to you with love and a powerful healing intention. This amazing entity is with you now, bringing you resolution to physical, mental, and emotional ills, helping to unblock stuck energy and revitalize your life force. And that's what I was getting as well with this sun. And so another energy coming through for person A is that they may be trying to focus on their own healing as well. Like if the energy of this connection has been sort of draining them or bringing more heaviness, I do feel like as of right now, person A is focusing on healing too. Yeah, it says, know that at the deepest level, an important healing is taking place. And then the affirmation is, the powerful healing of eternal love is with me now and always. Divine consciousness fills every cell. I'm whole, healthy, vital, and at peace. And that's that Nine of Pentacles as well coming through. It's like no matter what, no matter what's happened in my life, no matter how much pain I've gone through, this energy is present. So for person number B, what is their energy towards person number A? What is person B's energy towards person A? Yeah. So we have man holding a coin, and I feel like this did want to reverse. And so I'm just getting here, again, that this person is very focused. I'm just going to keep it upright, but there's a focus on the material and this energy of I need to become this pinnacle of success. I need to bring some sort of, it's a focus on the physical. So it's what I'm getting here is that person B is currently in a 3D way of thinking where we're not understanding that the internal space cannot be mediated by an external form or thing or relationship or job or certain status. It's like there's an energy of thinking I'm going to be okay or I'm going to feel healed when I reach this worldly success. And then I can focus on love. Then I'll be worthy of love. Then I can give love. But it's that backwards energy of not understanding that it will never address the deeper layers of pain. And we're still coming from a place of fear. Person B is still coming from a place of fear because unconditional love, and what they really need to heal them, what they really need is to tune into this spiritual energy, this understanding that, and I'm hearing All You Need Is Love now by the Beatles. Understanding it's not about that. It's not about, it's an underlying belief that person B has that there's something about them that is inadequate or not enough. And in order to be enough, something has to shift. And so, but the truth of the reality being that we can start healing and feeling love right where we're at, no matter what we're going through, no matter what we've done, no matter what pain we have within ourselves. We are able to we deserve love and we have access to love. Just by being alive, you have access to love. But it's just the matter of tuning into it. And so, but if we're always focused, we're not seeing that there's this whole other dimension of life and like tuning into that. It's like then we're just very focused on the physical. And we're very focused on, yeah, look at this, the first chakra. It's this energy of as soon as that, yeah, financial constraints as well. It's like there's a money fear here. There's like a feeling of worthiness tied into money. But person B also not understanding how irrelevant that is to their connection with person A, but them thinking that it means so much. Them thinking that in order to be what person A wants, they have to be something in the physical when person A already has unconditional love for them, but person B cannot give that unconditional love to themselves. They can't receive what person A is giving because they don't understand that like love is the answer. You know, it seems too good. That isn't something that person B is aware of at this point in their journey. Can we get one more for person B's energy towards person A? We have the fourth chakra. Yeah, and then we have strategy here. So I am getting again, there's just a feeling of I'm seeing a mirrored energy here where it's like person B feels like they're going to heal their heart chakra and that they'll be more open to love once they have more financial success or stability or that they're able to provide in a sense. And I'm just seeing that they're not understanding that even once their heart chakra blockages with this Three of Swords here and this Nine of Wands, need to be healed in a different way than they're currently approaching it. And so we have strategy here. Yeah, the garden and the gate. I just think that this person with strategy, maybe it is thinking that if they just focus on, they're seeing things in a very 3D way. It's like they're tying love into more 3D concepts. Like, once I am financially successful enough, then I will be safe to open up because I won't be hurt in the same way I was hurt in the past, because I must have been hurt in the past because I didn't have this or I wasn't worthy at that point. And what they're not understanding is that even once it's an internal thing, you know, and I think you guys all know what I'm saying. It's like it's an internal wound that's going to be there no matter how much you know, create in a sense for yourself on the physical. So I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for tuning into this. Again, for the extended, we'll be looking at the future of the connection, what you can expect, and then we'll get guidance for each side. Other than that, if you guys found this helpful, if you're able to hit the like button, leave a comment. I really appreciate your guys' interaction with my channel. So thank you so much to everyone that does that. And if you want to see more pick a card readings from my channel, make sure you're subscribed with the notification bell on. Other than that, it's been an honor to read for you, and I hope to connect with you again soon. Hello, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. If you chose the Wayhome Tarot and the Rainbow Fluorite Points, this is going to be your reading where we're looking at WTF is going on with this connection. So whatever connection is on your mind that you're looking for clarity on, that is hopefully the connection I'll be tuning into. I'm going to be doing this with a person A, person B format, just in case each side is watching. And I just want to let you guys know that it's going to be up to you to figure out whether or not you resonate more with person A and person B or person B. And also, it would be good to just make sure that you feel that it's either your energy or your person's energy as I describe person A. So that can be a really solid energy check-in for you guys. There will be an extended reading where we're going to be looking at the future of this connection. So we'll be doing basically the same format, but looking at future energy. So if you guys are curious about that and you want to go deeper, I'll have it linked in the description box. Okay, so for pile number 2, what is person A's energy toward person B? We We have the Empress. We have the Hangman. We have Pisces energy. What is person A's energy? We have the Hermit. Virgo energy. Can we clarify the Empress? We have the Nine of Cups. What is person A's energy toward person B? We have the Five of Swords in reverse. Can we clarify the Hermit? We have the Lovers, so Gemini as well. And then the Wheel of Fortune. Wow, so a lot of major arcana coming through here. Very powerful energy coming through on person A's side. So person A's energy is really freaking beautiful. Like, whoa. Person A seems to be in this state of surrendering this connection, like rather than letting the current state of the connection cause insecurity within themselves. Person A seems to really be focusing on their own fulfillment and really pouring into themselves with the Empress and the Nine of Cups. It's almost like person A is reminding themselves that this is a journey that's in the end about themselves. And there's only so much that they can control with the Wheel of Fortune here. It's a recognition that in this situation, that they don't need to push or force anything out of fear, because the Empress is manifesting and is drawing to her. That's just, it could be her or him, doesn't matter. Understanding that in the pursuit of this Nine of Cups, so whatever that is, it's emotional fulfillment and essentially like what you really want in life, like what your heart's desire is. Person A knows that they are on their path to that. And they also know that that path sometimes involves being alone, and sometimes the path involves being on a journey with someone else and sharing the experience with someone else. I also feel, I feel like there's just this energy here of person A very determined to not force anything and to make sure that they're just open to what happens. It's almost like expecting the unexpected. And so instead of having like a very strong idea of what needs to happen in order to be happy, person A is in this very receptive, divine feminine being energy of trusting that everything is exactly as it's supposed to be. And also flowing. Like person A's energy is like a water where it's like they're just flowing to where life pushes them and they're not stressing. Literally what's coming through, very demure, very mindful, not doing too much. Oh, very demure person A though. We're going to keep going deeper into it, but I just want to get person B's energy on the table. I also feel like with the Hangman, person A may have felt like the situation was not harmonious, or they may have felt that there was a lack of harmony or teamwork even. And so I feel like that's something that's caused person A to pause on this connection. Because they have with the Lovers here, it's like they have a strong idea of what they're looking for in regards to like harmony with another person, or what love means to them. They're in tune with that with the Nine of Cups and the Lovers. They know what they want, and they may be, and I'll see person B's energy, but it may be that they felt that with the Five of Swords here, like the energy of love is not present, or like, because the Five of Swords can be like a lot of fear-based, almost like competitive, like you versus me energy. And also the end justifies the means, right? And so I feel like there's this energy that person A is having of, if it's not in alignment, if it doesn't feel aligned, I'm not going to move forward with that, because clearly I'm being pushed to take a step back. So I just feel like person A feels like they're listening to their intuition or guidance that they're getting. Honestly, to just focus on themselves until like the lover's energy is actually there. Like there's this energy of not being in a rush even, or just knowing that they're not gonna push forward on something that isn't what they're trying, like isn't the energy of what they want. The Hangman could also be feeling like person A is getting a new perspective on person B. Okay, so for person B, what is person B's energy towards person A? We have the Sun, Leo energy. We have the Eight of Swords. We have the Seven of Cups in reverse. Let me get a sip of coffee. Can we clarify the Sun? I'm hearing Mulan's reflection song, like, who is that girl I see staring straight back at me? And I'm not saying that person B is a girl, it's just the song. So there could almost be this sense of like feeling stuck, like in that same way that Mulan feels stuck, where it's like maybe there's expectations around who they're meant to be. Like that could be a factor in this relationship where they feel stuck in regards to other people's perceptions or ideas of them. And with the Seven of Cups in reverse, it could even be that they feel like they aren't able to explore all of their options, or that there's a very strong like set path for them for whatever reason, but it doesn't feel like it's a true reflection of who they really are. And so this person feels stuck in some kind of inauthenticity is what I would say. Oh, and yeah, we have the Four of Wands, and it could have to do with their community. Yeah, we have the Fool here. Yeah, I'm really getting kind of a Mulan story here, because it's like the Fool is like the moment where, you know, we take that risk without knowing what we move away from home. It's like the journey, the hero's journey. You know, it's like oftentimes someone is living this life, but they have another life in mind that they really want. But then there's this community and all these people around them that, you know, there's a status quo. And then it's like with the Fool here, there's just like this freedom that I feel person B wants, but doesn't feel that they can claim for themselves as of right now. Okay, can we clarify the Sun? And I'm just hearing, I would never pass for a perfect bride or a perfect daughter. So almost even feeling like they're not meant to be in a certain role as well. Can we clarify the Sun? Yeah, the Knight of Cups. Okay, and so what I'm really getting here, you guys, is they feel like you make them really happy, or you bring a lot of warmth into their life. Like they see you as the sun, or they see you, it's like happiness is what's coming through. Is like, I'm trying to think of an analogy for it, but it's almost like, now I'm hearing Strangers Like Me in Tarzan, where it's like there's a whole world beyond my reach. So I wish I don't have a way of looking it up right now, but that song is coming through because it almost feels like person B's energy towards person A is like, it's like person A is something they've never seen before or something, or they never seen someone move like that is another thing I'm getting. It's like, how does person A move like that when I feel so stuck? I feel so stuck in the status quo, but person A ignites this other path or a path to happiness. It's like they see this as their path or where they want to go. It's like in their heart, well, they have feelings for person A. Their energy toward them is that they feel like their heart truly is drawn to person A, like that they feel that their heart is calling them in that direction. And I feel like with the Seven of Cups here as well, there's an energy. The Seven of Cups, it can talk about confusion and like a lot of different things, but another interpretation of the Seven of Cups is really an exploration where we get to know ourselves and we get to learn like who we really are and what our heart really wants. And it's this moment of we don't really know what we want yet, but we're going to be exploring that. And like through these different like experiences that we might have, we get closer and closer to our Nine of Cups, and we get more information on what it is that fulfills us and what it is that doesn't. But it feels like this is blocked right now, like this energy of being able to explore oneself and in this way where we're free. Like there's this lack of freedom that this person feels, like not feeling free to really explore and go after what their heart feels called to. Can we clarify that? Yeah, we had the Page of Wands in reverse again, like feeling like they can't. The Page of Wands is all about a new path, like it's an adventurous spirit. It's the beginning of a new journey a lot of the times, or even it can be like an idea that we have, that something that we're passionate about, something that we want to explore, but it's blocked here because we feel stuck. We feel that we're not free to explore what our heart wants in the situation. Can we clarify the Seven of Cups? Seven of Wands, yeah, in reverse as well. And so, yeah, Page of Cups here at the back of the deck. And I'm really picking up, again, the Seven of Wands is another card that really talks about like self-sovereignty and standing on your beliefs, even if other people are contradicting them or making you doubt yourself, right? It's like, it's an individual energy, an energy of standing on who you are, standing on your integrity, standing on your values, standing on your decisions, standing on your truth, despite who's trying to knock you off your pedestal, despite who's trying to cause you to doubt yourselves, despite who doesn't approve of you, your authentic self. It just feels like there's this denial of the authentic, or a rejection of the authentic self, or a guilt or a sense of duty, a sense of a for whatever reason, feeling that we can't explore what we really want to. And like with the Page of Cups here, this person, yeah, King of Wands in reverse, this person has feelings for person A. So person B has feelings for person A, but they may feel that for whatever reason, they're held back or stuck and that they can't explore the option with person A. Or they're maybe even afraid of trusting themselves and believing in what they're being called to. Like they may have a issue when it comes to like trusting in themselves. And so with this Page of Cups energy, if they didn't, if that like exploratory, like imaginative, childlike self, that may be something that was repressed with this person. And it's like you may bring that out in them again, but it's also triggering because it's bringing up the fact that they do have these blockages and this feeling. And the Eight of Swords, though, really represents a situation where you are not actually bound. And so to me, it makes me feel like it's this person's own mental prison or thought processes that hold themselves back from moving toward what their heart really wants. And again, it feels like person A is in alignment with that. Yeah, that's really what I'm getting. Let's see if we can get more information. What do they feel is holding them back? Person B. What does person B feel is holding them back? Okay, we have the Queen of Wands. It may be confidence in themselves. Can we clarify? We have the Seven of Pentacles and then the Page of Pentacles. King of Swords here as well. Okay, and so something that's popping through my mind, like this situation with this person really reminds me of like a lot. I feel like there's a lot of movies and shows, like it's not coming to my mind which one, where sort of there's a plot where one character, you know, is daydreaming about like a new kind of life or something different, wanting something more for themselves than what their current life is offering them. And then a character comes in that mirrors that exact quality that they're wanting to embrace. And so I feel like it's like a movie like that where someone else is moving in the way that they wish they had the courage to move. They wish that they had that level of confidence. They wish that they were willing to invest in their dreams. Like there's a fear of investing in their dreams, having the confidence to invest in their dreams. Also, potentially it could be, you know, if they've already invested in a certain path or like they've already been putting energy into something, it could be that the thought of cutting their losses and changing their mind or switching direction may be something that they would be afraid to do. Okay. Sorry, I just choked on my water. But what I'm getting here, there could be like confidence issues, but it's kind of an energy of who am I to do that? Or I'm not on the same level as pile number or person A. Like who am I? Who am I to have this experience? Or like almost like there's an energy here of who am I to be the main character of my own life? Who am I to do things that would make me stand out? Like, who do I think I am if I want to do that? And so there could even be like a lack of feeling like worthy of happiness, of like you deserve to explore what makes you happy. You deserve to, with the Page of Pentacles and the Page of Cups here, you deserve to explore your dreams and like your ideas. And it could even be that for some of these people, they may feel that like the process may intimidate them, or like they may feel like their dreams are not realistic, or what their heart really wants is not something that would be realistic. And it could even be this energy of like, I feel like I should just like play it safe and like wait longer in the current situation that I'm in rather than starting a new journey. I'm even getting for person B, they might be slightly intimidated by person A, or just really feel that person A is in a league of their own. Like they don't feel like they're in the same league. They don't feel like they can. There's a personal power that person A has that person B is developing. Yeah. Let's see if we can get any more information. I'm also getting like maybe they doubt their ideas, or like they doubt like maybe they think it'd be foolish to invest, you know, or something, or like it's like they may just like tell themselves that their ideas aren't like investment worthy even. I just feel like person A is really chilling in their life. And I almost just feel like person A, if anything in this connection, is a light for person B, is like a role model. And it's like, because there is, look at, we have the 9 of Cups on person A's side. And I think this is something that person B, I think person A is in person B's life to inspire them to trust that they deserve their heart's desires. The Empress is a card about like self-love, and honestly, it's this energy of like loving yourself so much that you just like, you're worthy. You cut through these, you cut through any beliefs that tell you that you don't deserve to have exactly what your heart wants. And like the Empress knows that that's what they deserve, and they accept nothing less. And I feel like on this end, this person's feminine energy is something that is not super developed. And so they can have a hard time believing in themselves and believing that it's worth it to, you know, take this blindfold off, come out of a comfort zone, to take a risk. And it's almost this energy of like a rebirth is assured. It's like, I feel like this reminds me of an energy where in my own life, I would relate to this, where I was already working in a job that I did somewhat like, but doing YouTube tarot reading was something that my heart really wanted, but I already had invested in the other path. And it took a leap of faith and understanding that there's going to be a rebirth in what I go toward. And, you know, it doesn't matter if I've already invested in another path. It's like, that will come back to me tenfold, and it's worth it. It's worth going one step backwards to go like 20 steps forward, you know? And I do also believe that there's a fear that person B has of like, what if what they're dreaming of or like what they want, and this could be like a relationship with person A or some other lifestyle that's more compatible with person A. They're afraid of, well, what if I'm foolish and this thing that I want isn't actually what it says it is, or like it isn't that. And I feel like there's just the whole journey that person B is needing to go down, where they realize that it's still worth it to follow your heart, and it's like a part of the journey, you know, to, even if it doesn't work out, it's like it's still worth it to follow your heart. And even if you fail the first time, you get back up and you try again. You fail the second time, the third time you succeed. And it's realizing that we're works of progress, and they're strong enough to go on this journey, even if they feel that there could even be a fear here for person B that they would embarrass themselves, or that other people would like make fun of them or really question them. To a point where like they're too afraid to do something because like, what if it doesn't go well? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna get some oracle cards now. I do want to clarify the 5 of Swords, actually. Can we clarify the 5 of Swords for person A? Yeah, the Queen of Cups here. Okay. Yeah, so person A could also, like, I feel like they have a lot of love in their heart for person B, and they may know that there is an insecurity that person B has, because the 5 of Swords can be self-sabotage. And so it could be that person A like feels that person B is self-sabotaging and kind of knows that things can't move forward. When person B is in that energy of the 5 of Swords, again, like it's self-doubt, internalized, negative self-talk. They may even hope that person A can get a different perspective on this. Person A is like has a lot of belief in person B, and I think they hope that the journey can be taken together in whatever capacity this is. get a sip of water, and then we'll go into the oracle cards, and then we'll do the extended. All right, what is person A's energy toward person B? Yeah, I'm definitely getting this. Yeah, we have woman holding a heart. There's a very compassionate, there's such an energy from person A that's like, I'm here if you need me, but don't worry about me. I'm okay on my own. It's almost coming through very motherly. So I don't know if this is like a romantic situation or not, but either or just person A could be a very like motherly type of person. But it's like, I'm holding this love for you, even when you doubt yourself, even when you can't move forward. It's okay. Like, I'm on your team. Like, there's just this feeling here of person A, like saying like, I'm on your side. I want what's best for you. Like, I love you. I have so much unconditional love for you, but I'm okay without you. Don't worry about me. There's even a feeling like that. Like a surrendered energy, but it doesn't mean that for person A, just because they're surrendered doesn't mean that they don't hold love anymore for person B. Yeah, we have the Magician in the mirror. And again, it's really, yeah, door to personal healing and happiness. At the end of the day, person A knows what they're manifesting. They know that they're a powerful manifester. You know, yeah, they know what they're trying to create. Again, so I'm really picking up on like, they're just very tuned into the process of manifestation and understanding that if something isn't in alignment with what they're trying to manifest, it doesn't mean that they should stop on their path to what they're trying to manifest or that anything is wrong. It's just not in alignment. And so there's just this feeling though of recognition of like person A knows what they're trying to manifest relationship wise, and they'll always have a lot of love and hope for person B. But at the end of the day, door to personal healing and happiness, at the end of the day, person A knows that it's their journey, and to them, they understand that it's not in their control whether or not person B is going to be like a wish fulfillment for them. You know, they understand that, and they're still focused though on like what they're trying to manifest is what I would say. And they're trusting the process. They're trusting that things may shift around and it may look this way or that way, but at the end of the day, they're still holding the vision for what they want. Okay, for person B, what is person B's energy towards person A? Yeah, we have indecision. We have the fourth chakra, the heart chakra. Yeah, so this person, regardless, person B like also has love for person A and feels connected to them on a heart level. There is like a heart-based connection here. But again, person B has a hard time following their heart or yeah, just making that decision to follow what their heart is telling them. So I'm just getting here that, and another thing could be that they may like doubt themselves, or like they may sometimes like doubt what their heart is telling them, or like they might doubt their feelings. They may have a hard time trusting themselves. What is person B's energy towards person A? Yeah, the garden and the gate. Yeah, and so for me again, that, yeah, we have attachment here as well. The garden and the gate is an energy of, it's really setting that scene of staying in the familiar, staying like continuing the status quo and foregoing like, but this person's heart, okay, this is like what I'm getting. It's like this person is in the garden and the gate. They're like, should I leave this gate? Like at this indecision, because my heart, the sun's over there and my heart is calling me towards the sun, but I'm afraid to leave the safety and the certainty, the support, all of that of, you know, my community or like whatever it is, like where I already am. Like maybe I already have a certain level of comfortability in my life. And so like in the instance of Mulan, it's like leaving the comfort of her family. But like if she's going to be in the comfort of that community and her family, she has to sacrifice her authenticity. And the price of seeking her authenticity is the garden. You know, they have to leave the garden. Mulan leaves the garden and accepts challenge, accepts the unknown, accepts the risks because it's so important to her to follow her truth and like her authenticity. So this person is currently at a point where they don't feel confident about doing that. So yeah, that's what I'm picking up on. So for the extended, we're going to be looking at each of person A and person B's energy toward one another in the future. And it's going to be roughly like 3 months, maybe give or take a month. That's what I'm going to be aiming for. So we'll also be getting some extra guidance for each side. If you guys want to check that out, I'll have it linked down below in the description box. Other than that, if you're able to hit the like button, leave a comment. I really appreciate your guys' interaction with my channel. So thank you to everyone that does that. If you want to see future pick a card readings, make sure you're subscribed and that you have the notification bell on. Other than that, it's been an honor to read for you. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope to connect with you again soon. Hello, pal number 3. Welcome to your reading. If you chose the Affirmators Tarot and this Chrysocolla point, this is going to be your reading where we're looking at WTF is going on in this connection. So whatever connection you have on your mind, the one that you're feeling you need the most clarity on is the connection I'm intending to tune into. So on the left side, or actually we're going to be doing this in a person A, person B format, where it's going to be up to you guys to figure out whether or not you're person A or person B or neither, and in which case you may want to choose a different pile. There will be an extended reading where we're going to be looking at the future of this connection. So we're going to be doing the same format, but looking at what the energy is going to be like in 3 months from now to kind of give you some insight on what's going to shift and change. And then we'll be getting some more extensive guidance in the extended. So I'll have it linked down below if you feel called to check it out. Okay, please tune me into pile number 3. Pile number 3's connection. The connection that they need the most guidance on. Can you please tune me into person A's energy toward person B? We have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Ace of Cups. We have the Hangman. So we have Pisces energy with the Hangman. What is person A's energy toward person B? We have Judgment in reverse. We have the Hermit in the reverse. I'm hearing I don't know yet. Or there's almost a feeling of waiting for more to develop or more to happen in the future. Maybe even waiting for a new beginning or a new opportunity here. But it feels like person A is almost in this waiting energy. But it feels like with the Hermit and Judgment here, both being in reverse, we have Virgo energy as well with the Hermit. There's a feeling that person A already has information that could help them move forward, or like it's almost like person A isn't taking some kind of an action because it's like they feel that they don't have enough information is what I'm getting, but Spirit's saying that person A does, there's something that is person A is meant to reflect on, or that they are trying to reflect on. There's some clarity that they're trying to find. It's giving the energy of, what am I not understanding about this person or connection? And it's even like, what am I meant to learn from this? Like, I feel like person A is questioning, what am I meant to understand about this, I guess? Because Judgment and the Hermit can both be cards of finding clarity and wisdom, and even like seeking truth, especially if there isn't clarity in the situation with the Hermit. Can we clarify the Hangman for person A's energy toward person B? We have the Moon here in the reverse, and the Ten of Wands at the back of the deck. Yeah, it's interesting because it's almost like person A is waiting for the universe to show them more, or it's like they're waiting for things to change. But I'm just getting this message from Spirit that with the Moon here, there's shadow work, or there's something hidden, or something that person A is not seeing. I know that isn't super helpful, but that's just what I'm picking up, is this feeling of waiting for this new beginning, waiting for things to feel lighter, but needing to come to some kind of a truth or new perspective. They may be seeking that, but with these reversals, it almost feels like it's not happening at the moment, or it's like maybe feeling that a lot of this is outside of their control, but it's actually that there are certain things that, or certain pieces of information or realizations that are already what person A needs in order to have a new beginning, or to be able to move forward even. It's almost like person A does want to move forward, but for some reason they feel it's out of their control, but it's actually Judgment in reverse. It's Judgment is a need to reflect on the previous cycle. And the Wheel of Fortune could also be about cycles. Yeah, so I feel like there's some sort of cycle or cycles that person A is currently in. Like there may be a repetitive situation even, or they may even feel like this is a repetitive situation. It's like, when is something going to be different or new? But it's almost like as soon as person A learns what they need to learn from the cycles that they're going through. So we'll get more into it, but that's initially what's coming through. So let's look at person B's energy. We also have Cancer with the Moon. There's just this feeling of not getting it, or because with the Hangman can talk about this feeling of almost being stuck in limbo until we get this new perspective on something. And then once we get that new perspective, and it can talk about like a spiritual awakening as well, or yeah, just seeing things from a higher or different perspective than we had been. That oftentimes can be what allows us to move forward, or to not be stuck anymore. All right, what is person B's energy toward person A? it feels like person A is somewhat unaware, though, that there may be something that they're not seeing or something they need to reflect on. Like maybe they need to go within. Even with the Hermit here, it could be this, it might be that they're thinking that external circumstances shifting is going to bring them clarity, or that's where their new beginning is, but it actually feels like it's something where there's a need to go within. And there's actually a lot more realizations that may impact the connection, but it feels like this is the kind of connection that's triggering spiritual growth for person A at the very least. It's encouraging them to go and look inside of themselves, because the answer, I'm getting the answer might be within, or the answer might be the perspective they need could be something that's in their blind spot, or something that can be mainly found within, if that makes sense. Because it's giving an energy of, it's like being stuck in a certain perspective. Even like it's like if I'm in this perspective, I'm going to keep seeing the same thing. So it's not that the thing needs to change, it's that my perspective is what makes me keep seeing it this way, or I don't know. Yeah, that's what I'm picking up on for that. So for person B, what is person B's energy toward person A? We have the Sun in reverse, so that's Leo energy. Let me just straighten this. We have the Magician in reverse. We have the Four of Swords in reverse. This could also feel like there could be divine timing at play for this connection. And that might be the energy that person A is in. It's like they're trying, they can't move forward, and they feel that there's an element of divine timing. Can we clarify the Sun in reverse? What is person B's energy? We have the Knight of Wands. Can we clarify the Magician in reverse? We have the Chariot in reverse. Can we clarify the Four of Swords in reverse? We have the Queen of Swords. And the Seven of Swords in reverse at the back of the deck. Interesting. Okay. I just want to clarify. Okay, I'm getting just one interpretation I'm getting coming through for person B's energy. There's almost an energy here of with the Seven of Swords in reverse, there's some kind of self-deception going on. It could even be, there was just this message coming through of person B maybe thinking that they have the clarity that they need, or like that they may have a false confidence even, or like a sense of there isn't anything that they need to reflect on, or they may think that they're seeing things very clearly. But with the Sun in reverse, to me that can be like an overconfidence, or like a sense of a lot of optimism. And with the Magician in reverse and the Chariot in reverse, it could be this feeling of almost person B faking it until they make it, but they themselves don't know that they're doing that. They themselves do not realize. Yeah, and so it's like person B is in some maybe like a stubborn energy as well. So we also have Cancer on this side. Cancer and Leo. But I just want to make sure that it isn't like the opposite way. But yeah, with the Knight of Wands here, it's like person B is just pushing forward, but maybe there is more balance needed on person B's side before they can actually have victory, but they're not realizing that maybe they need to slow down before they take action, or like they may feel like they have everything they need or that they're in a balanced place, but with the Magician in reverse, it could be somewhat of like a faking it until you make it energy. I just want to double check that that is what I'm picking up on with. Can we clarify the Chariot in the reverse here? We have Strength in reverse, so more Leo energy. Yeah, again, I am picking up for person B, there could be a little bit of ego here, of like almost thinking that their strength is in remaining confident or remaining like not questioning themselves. It's almost like person B is resistant to seeing maybe where they maybe aren't as ready to move forward, or maybe that they do need to slow down and reassess things. And so there's almost this like feeling of again, overconfidence with Strength in reverse. Can we clarify the Magician in the reverse? Knight of Cups here in the reverse. Can we clarify the Sun in reverse? Yeah, Eight of Wands. It's like we're just kind of steaming forward, like all is good. I think person B doesn't realize maybe some of their imbalances is what I'm getting. And yeah, it's just giving an energy of there's nothing for me to learn, or it's not me that needs to change anything, or it's not me that's doing anything wrong. And it's kind of interesting because there's a little bit of a like reverse energy here where I feel person A is doesn't feel like they have the answers they need. They don't feel that it's in their control. They don't feel like they're seeing things clearly. They feel stuck. And it's like person B, on the other hand, is like charging forward and almost like doesn't want to be vulnerable or doesn't want to admit weakness, but it's kind of to themselves is what I'm getting. It's not necessarily like they're not being like manipulative towards person A or anything like that. I really do feel like this is the kind of reading where this relationship is showing each person things about themselves. And it's almost like it feels like person A and person B met each other to make each person more self-aware. There's just a strong, I already have the answers, or I already know. But they would benefit from slowing down and maybe looking at what they don't know. Because it's so interesting. We have the Sun in reverse on this side, then we have the Moon in reverse on this side. It's like overestimating our sense of clarity and direction and like position of going to have victory, like feeling like very like if we just move forward, like everything is good. And then it's almost like on person A's side, they feel like complete opposite of that. Like they don't have enough clarity, that it's not in their control. Can we clarify the Queen of Swords? We have the Five of Swords here. Can we clarify the Four of Swords? Yeah, the King of Wands. Again, it's... Yeah, so something I'm getting here, there could be a very like fixed energy on person B's side. And I honestly relate to this energy, so I'm not in any way trying to call person B out, or I do not feel that I don't understand their perspective. And I think person B, just like for, you know, to their credit, I feel like this trait that they have could be something that serves them in a lot of other arenas, like kind of faking it until you make it, or like not doubting yourself too much, like, and not doubting your plan, not you know, and yeah, not doubting your plan, because with the King of Wands in reverse, it can be very much, this is the vision that I have. I'm going to move forward with what I think kind of at all costs in a way, to a point where I might be missing certain truths by like kind of moving too quickly, like moving too fast past, like almost like shifting, like the Eight of Wands is an energy of shifting energy and like not wanting to be stagnant. Like there's this energy of almost steamrolling into their goals, steamrolling toward their passions. This person probably has a lot of fire energy, so Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Like there's a strong fire energy coming through on person B side. A lot of masculine energy actually coming through on person B side, and person A is feeling very feminine in their energy, or is taking a very, very feminine approach. And so this could be one of those situations, where, you know, they might have the opposite thing to kind of learn from each other in this situation. Because what I was getting with person A is that they actually can do more than they think. Person A actually does have already more answers and more, yeah, like more, they're not actually stuck and waiting for external shifts to happen before they can move forward. It's actually something that they're in control of, a realization or certain actions that they can take, certain truths that they can uncover, certain things that they do actually already know, but that are maybe in the shadows, like realizations that are already within their grasp that would help them be more empowered to take action, maybe in this connection even, because this is like how each person is seeing it. And I almost feel like for person B, they would benefit from being willing to be more vulnerable with themselves around maybe understanding that there's things that they don't know, or that they may, yeah, okay, this is what I'm getting, is like for person B in this situation, I feel like they like to just be very confident, and I feel like, again, it's like, this is a tactic that has worked for them, is just like moving forward, being confident, not doubting themselves, taking a lot of responsibility, feeling that it's in their hands to reach their goals. Like person B feels it's all in their hands, but I feel like what person B needs to understand, is that some things, no matter how much effort they put into it or how confident they are, there's certain things that they can't know. There are certain things that they can't control. And there's certain successes that no matter how much they try to push forward towards, they can't have due to external reasons, like with the Wheel of Fortune. That's like that kind of energy of just understanding that external circumstances may be blocking the situation, or it's like there's going to be aspects of life that we can't control. For example, other people, just external factors, right? And I feel like there's this almost not wanting to surrender to that. And so it's a lot of masculine energy on this side, to a point of self-deception, And I think if person B understood this, like, I feel like they would shift that pretty quickly, but it's almost like each person isn't, there's a feeling of being in your own way. Like, each person in this situation is in their own way because of maybe a very specific way that we've gone about life, or that we've gone about certain situations, or the way we've gone about things. Yeah. And so I just feel like person B is very gung-ho, like, let's push this forward. We have nothing to worry about. Like, there's also a feeling of, if something isn't successful, like, I know it isn't my fault. And so it could even be that person B may even not be seeing where they could learn from the situation, or where there maybe is some shadow work for person B to do, because they might be projecting it onto person A. Like, if only person A would just be ready to move forward, or if person A would take, like, just kind of go with this, then it would work, you know? If they would just listen to me, you know, and listen. Yeah. That's what I'm getting. And so I do even feel also like person A they may be learning lessons, like person B may be learning lessons here around patience, having compassion for other people's differences, or like kind of just being open to the idea that just because someone is operating differently doesn't mean that their way is wrong. Yeah, there's almost an energy of needing to be more receptive and open to another person's way and like what they're going through, as they factor it into how they're going to approach the relationship. Because I feel like what I mean by this approach may really work for person B when it's like a solo goal, or it's like, let's say like working out, for example. Like, this is a great mentality to have. Like, you know what? Like, I don't like just that determination element of like, I am going to make it happen. I'm going to keep pushing forward until I reach my victory and my success. Like, I'm going to fake it until I make it, you know? And so I feel though that when it comes to a relationship, that is not going to work, because it's like we have a whole nother person that we have to balance our energy with, and we have to respect the other side as equally as our own. And so I feel like this is the shift for person B that they may not be used to. And it doesn't even mean that they're not like, and I also feel like if some of you guys resonate with person B, it could even be that in the past, person B did give their power away a lot to like other people and let other people define who they were going to be. And so it just feels like they're in this energy. I'm feeling good intentions on both sides, is like what I'm trying to say, is that even though there's some imbalances on each side, it's like each party actually does not have negative intentions towards the other. And I also feel like person B does not understand how they're impacting person A. And I also feel like person A isn't communicating what they need to person B, or like they aren't communicating their side they aren't asserting themselves, you know, and their perspective and what they think. And, you know, they may be doubting themselves a lot, or just feeling like they don't have the answer. But what I'm getting here is that, I think for person A, a lot of it has to do with knowing themselves, understanding what their fears are, like what they want, what they don't want. As they move forward. And I'm just kind of getting that there's just a little bit of an energy of being a little bit overly passive on person A's side, or feeling like it's not in their hands. There's just a feeling like that. Whereas person B is like, it's all in our hands. It's in my hands. It's in your hands. Like, what are we waiting for? And person A is like, I'm not ready, or like I want a new beginning, or I want there to be something here. Like I do have love for person B. Like person A does have, I think, interest in a beginning with this person. Let me clarify some more on person A's side. We clarify Judgment in reverse. We have the Ace of Wands. We clarify the Hermit in reverse. We have the Lovers. So we have Gemini. We clarify the Moon in reverse. Five of Pentacles in the reverse. Person A, it almost feels like they're like closing themselves off. I think person A, if anything, and by the way, this could be the kind of reading where you're like, I don't know who I am, or I don't know if this is my reading, because I feel like I'm actually just saying a lot that like might be a realization for you guys, because I feel that there's on each side, it's hard to see the situation clearly because it's almost like our own blockage that doesn't allow us to see it. It's our own shadow. It feels like there's shadow elements here. Okay, but what I'm getting with the Ace of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune, it's almost like not realizing with the Ace of Wands that the new beginning is here, or not realizing. It's almost like feeling stuck, or keeping ourselves away from other people. There's almost an isolation going on person A's side. Like it's almost like they're keeping themselves in the dark, or keeping themselves held back from love. Oh, and so what I'm getting is they might be telling themselves that they're like, there's information that they don't have, or that they're not ready, or they don't feel sure. But there could actually be a fear of opening up to another person right now, or like being vulnerable with another person, and like opening themselves up to love. It feels like the reason why person A thinks that things are stuck, they feel like it's more external, but there may be an internal fear of jumping into a new start or a new beginning. Maybe even a fear, yeah, like there's almost a feeling of solitude coming on person A's side, of almost being used to maybe relying on themselves, or feeling more comfortable in that energy, and then maybe not seeing that they're kind of holding themselves back a bit. They might be thinking that they need to work on self-love, which is always a good thing. But I do also feel that they're like keeping themselves out in the cold. It's like they're not seeing that they could move forward, that they could that things are changing for the better, like that this is a positive potential cycle for them, and it's like they may not be recognizing that. Okay, I just want to see why they are, why is person A holding themselves back here? We have the Queen of Wands. So we have the King of Wands, the Queen of Wands. Why is person A holding themselves back? The Ten of Cups. Okay, maybe feeling like there's some like level of confidence that they should have. I'm getting there's this idealized self or this version of themselves that they feel is worthy of this Ten of Cups. Can we get one more to clarify that? Yeah, Five of Swords here in the reverse. It's like insecurities. So here we have that mirrored with the Five of Swords. Yeah, with the Five of Swords in reverse on both sides. I'm also getting like person B could be feeling like the reason why the situation isn't moving forward is because person A is dealing with insecurities within themselves. But I feel like something that person B is maybe not then seeing is where like why is that their reaction to that is something that should be looked at with the Strength card, because Strength is all about understanding that strength is in kindness and compassion, patience. Why do we feel like it's hard to understand that, or like why there's almost like a resistance to okay, like there's a feeling here of when it comes to teamwork, when it comes to relationships, for person B, it's like kind of learning that I'm getting almost like a soft approach to parenting or like a more harsh approach to parenting, almost from the B side. Not saying that this is a child parent relationship. It's more just like that's where I'm seeing it as. And I feel like because person B may be very hard on themselves, or like they might push themselves really hard, they might just have like less understanding or empathy for person A's position. And I feel like when it comes to person B, they're the kind of person where it's like, even if there are some gaps in like confidence, I feel, again, there's like a fake it until you make it. There's kind of like a push forward anyways. We'll figure it out kind of mentality. And I feel like there's an energy over here that's like, no, I need to wait. I need to be ready. I need to fully be this before I can have that. And then on this side, it's almost like the reverse advice would be helpful for them to go like, sometimes we have to just surrender to divine timing. We just have to surrender to when things actually align for us to reach our goals. And I feel like on person A's side, it's like, sometimes we just have to push ourselves before we feel completely ready. And we just have to have hope anyways. Yeah. And so we have the Star in reverse, then we have the Seven of Wands. And so I feel like the Seven of Wands energy can be an energy of like really pushing things and like fighting for your victory, even like fighting off anything that opposes it. And I feel like this is an energy that needs to be surrendered on person B side. And then for person A, it's like needing to have more fight, needing to have a little more dog in them, and a little more belief in their dreams or their goals or what they want. Yeah, I want to get, I just want to see what person A's fear is here. There's an energy of holding themselves back from love, and it's like, even, and the Queen of Wands is an energy of kind of owning your shadow, owning your flaws, and like knowing that although you have flaws, the point isn't to be perfect or for things to be in perfect alignment. Even I feel like person A like wants things to be in perfect alignment, or it's giving that energy of waiting until the exact right moment, but then the right moment never really comes. Dreaming about what we want rather than taking action toward it. Person B, it's like needing to maybe spend a little more downtime clarifying our goals and what we want, spending a little more time in that receptive state of just like visualization and being, rather than acting before we really know what we're doing. Like, because there's a feeling of a little bit of recklessness, a little bit of impulsivity on person B's side, not fully making sure the timing is right, almost disregarding timing, you know, just like feeling like if I push hard enough, I'll get what I want, which can sound toxic, but again, it's really divine masculine energy, person B, person A is in feminine energy. And I feel like in order for person A to balance themselves out, incorporating a little more feminine energy would be helpful. And then for person B or person A, incorporating a little more masculine energy, which is like understanding that we have to take action and plan things and take control sometimes in life to get what we want. And we might fail, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't try or we shouldn't try again. Okay, so what is person A's biggest fear when it comes to this connection? Okay, 5 of Pentacles in reverse coming out again. We have 2 of Cups. We have the World. We have the Star here as well. Okay, so I feel for person A, yeah, and the Star, it's almost this feeling of if I don't try, then I won't fail, or it's a little bit self-defeating on this side. Like there's kind of a feeling of, because we're afraid maybe of loss, or we're afraid of losing the connection. I feel like person A is afraid of losing the connection with person B to such a point that they're almost losing it before. Like it's almost that feeling of, well, at least, it's funny because I was going to say, at least I can predict what's going to happen, which is actually a form of control, or trying to seek control through like self-sabotage almost, or I think they're afraid of, I'm getting success. Why are we afraid of success here? Why are we afraid? Because what if we lose it? Why are we afraid of the World and the 2 of Cups? Yeah, we have the Tower. What if something falls apart? What if it is too good to be true? Like, can I really trust it? Maybe person A has experienced situations where they did take leaps of faith, or they did, take action and sort of push towards something, and then it fell apart, or it didn't end up being what they expected it to be. Why are we afraid of success here? We have the 9 of Wands in reverse. And again, so it could be with the 9 of Wands, past experiences weighing them down, feeling beaten down, and feeling like they can't handle another thing right now. Maybe feeling like not feeling that I have the strength for it, not feeling like I can keep pushing. Which is very, of course, like very different from the energy over here. And it's like with the Hermit, there's an energy with person A where it's like, at least, like, it's interesting because person B also is struggling with the fact that they can't control the other person. And so, like, they may try to control the relationship or like the pace of it or like how it goes. And I feel like for person A, it's almost like they're avoiding the investment in the relationship because as long as when they're on their own, they can't like be hurt in that way, or like they might be afraid of vulnerability in some sense. A feeling of, with the Lovers, it's like the Hermit to the Lovers, like trusting in another person on the journey. It's almost this energy of staying alone or just keeping yourself alone. Or maybe because it's going to change anyways with the Wheel of Fortune here. All right, so let's see what person B is afraid of. How long have I been filming? Okay. These are longer readings, but that's okay. What is person B's fear? The High Priestess in reverse. We have the Four of Wands. Seven of Pentacles in reverse. The Chariot in reverse. Yeah, there's almost a fear on person B's end around having been wrong, almost. Like this feeling of, I put my energy into something and then it wasn't fruitful, and so I was wrong. Yeah, there's a feeling of I feel like it makes me feel like I can't trust myself. Like if this doesn't work out, it makes me feel like I was wrong, or like, yeah, like I can't trust myself is the feeling. Why is the Four of Wands here? Okay, the Emperor in reverse, which I'm not surprised to see because, again, like there's a masculine sort of, there may be a fear of like trusting in what they don't know, trusting in other people to, person B may also feel like they need to do everything on their own, or they may feel that they're not going to be supported if they aren't in control. They like everything. They like to know everything. Like with the High Priestess in reverse, it's like there's a lack of trust on person B's side that it's going to work out if they don't assert control. So they're afraid of trusting. Yeah, we have the World. And so it's like on each side, the outcome of this connection is something that is a fear for each person. It's like, I feel like for person B, it's letting the outcome, trusting in there being a successful outcome, even if they aren't like micromanaging it in a way. And I feel like with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, this could also be the energy of like sort of lacking patience and like trying to pull the crop before it's ready. So there could be a feeling like that on person B's side. And with person A, it's almost like being afraid of, well, what if things are successful, but then they fall apart? And I feel like person B isn't even thinking about if things were successful and then they fell apart. It's more like person B is thinking, what if it's not successful? Like I need it to be successful to such a degree that I'm almost like pushing so hard. And so I feel like person A actually really does see the potential with person B for a long-term happy relationship and for success, but I think that's something that actually scares person A. Yeah. That's what I'm getting. So I'm going to get some oracle cards, and we'll take it into the extended to see how the energy is going to be shifting in the near future, in the next 3 months, but give or take a couple of months. A month, I would say. So like it could be 2 months from now, or it could be 4 months, but we'll see. So these are all upright, but I'm just going to kind of interpret it based on what I'm picking up on. Okay, so for person A, what's person A's energy toward person B? We have Angel of Strength. We have the Thinking Woman. Okay, we have a man holding a heart, and then also the Temple Path. Okay, I feel with Angel of Strength here, I would be taking this more in reverse, because I feel like the topic of believing in yourself and having strength, like determination, belief in yourself, is something that's blocking person A. So I just want to see if there's any messages in the guidebook. However, with the Thinking Woman, I feel like there's an energy where person A is feeling like their clarity is being blocked. Like they see this path with person B, but it's almost like I'm afraid to go down it. Yeah, it says, deep within me is an abiding strength that knows no bounds. I have the power I need to achieve all I want. And like, we got a lot of that energy over here. So it says, this card reverse indicates that you are not perceiving the truth of your own power. Perhaps you're seeing yourself as weak or ineffectual. The situation you find yourself in may seem overwhelming, but you absolutely do have the strength to see it through to a successful outcome. Don't fall into any old power or patterns of giving your power away. When you let others define you or make decisions on your behalf, you take yourself out of the picture of your own destiny creation. Meditate on blah, 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 blah. It's time to take back control. Yeah, and so I feel I'm going to like put this in reverse because that's just what I'm picking up on. And then with 47, like I feel like this is the card that talks about like a time when your personal growth is difficult. Yeah, it says this card could represent a difficult time for your own personal growth. You may be feeling confused about your personal purpose or disconnected from your heart's true path. Look within and open up to your own inner guidance. Trust your intuition about what you need to learn in order to move on. Exactly. It's like I open my mind and heart to my own inner wisdom. I'm thoughtful, focused, and clear. It's like this person A has the power to know, has the power to get clarity in this situation in order to figure out what they need in order to move forward, right? And that's what I kept picking up on. It says, look within and trust your own inner guidance. Trust your intuition about what you need to learn in order to move on. It's like there's something that person A feels like they need to learn, but it's something that they can learn. It's almost like maybe this belief that they don't have the power within them or they don't have the information they need. So with the Temple Path here and a man holding a heart, I do feel overall with the Ace of Cups, like person A feels like there is destiny involved in the situation. But it's almost this recognition. It's almost like person A needs to decide that this is what they want for themselves, whether or not they want this for themselves. But I feel like they're kind of stuck in this limbo of not deciding or feeling like they can't make a decision right now is like what I'm picking up on. Okay, what is person B's energy towards person A? Person A could also be afraid of making changes, taking risks, wanting to play it safe again, like, because I'm getting kind of like a Four of Pentacles energy coming from person A, like almost wanting to protect themselves, a Cancer sort of self-protection energy, where we're like afraid of change. We're afraid of change, moving forward, the unknown. Okay, what is person B's energy toward person A? All right, we have caring connections. We have third chakra and contract. Yeah, I feel there's such like a let me love you energy, or like I have so much confidence that I want to commit to this. Like I want a contract. I want to set this in stone. But I do feel on some level, like with the caring connection, I do feel person B does have some learning right now to do on like what a caring connection really is, and kind of taking their ego out of their actions, or like it's almost like it's for their own ego on a small level that they want this commitment or they want this contract to be drawn, rather than focusing on what their goal is, or like what they want the outcome to be, or what they want, you know, like want to get set in stone. With person A, it's almost like just focusing on the other person for a second, I feel like would be something that could be helpful. But I do also just think person B sees so much potential in the relationship that I do think that they're very capable of a caring connection. I just think they're not realizing that in this certain case, this is bringing out this part of them that they're meant to reflect on. And learning to be more open to the other person's experience inside, and factoring that into how they move about the connection, and making it more like heart-based rather than like solar plexus energy. This person has so much solar plexus energy, like, but that can be ego as well. So yeah, that's what I'm picking up on. I'm going to take in the extended to see how this energy is shifting and what the future of the connection is. So if you guys want to check that out, I'll have it linked down below. But other than that, thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you found this helpful, please hit the like button, leave a comment. Thank you to everyone that does that. And if you want to see more readings from my channel, I would love for you to subscribe, hit the notification bell. Other than that, it's been an honor to read for you, and I hope to connect with you again soon.